Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and today we are going to talk about the other free unit that you got access to after the Skulls of the Skull Throne event here. One was for the Adeptus Sororitas, and now the other one is for the Orks here. But first, before I get started, if you're enjoying these videos, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. So the free unit for the Orks are the Boyz with the Choppa. So effectively this is going to give you a low tier infantry unit that's going to have melee capability. So if you're fighting a faction that is all range and you really want to get that zone of control into melee, these would be a pretty cheap option for you here. For 55 points you get 5 models that have 65 health each, 1 action point, 4 movement, 3 armor, and 5 evasion. They have the slug of pistol, which is very pitiful, but it is an option if you're having issues fighting off, say, Necron, Scarab Swarms, or some massive swarm build where you're having issues getting kills. For low HP models, because they have 4 attacks per model, each one doing 3 to 5 damage, armor piercing of 1, optimal range of 1, but has a range up to 3 tiles. At the optimal range of 1, it has 90% accuracy, and it falls off 15 per tile when it's not at the optimal range. Now, the other nice thing about this is because it is a pistol, if somebody is charging you, you will get some reaction fire with those sluggas. And then their main weapon to be utilized is the Choppa. And what that is it's a melee hand axe, as you can probably gather just looking at the models here. Each model has 3 attacks doing a base damage of 7 to 10. It does have some minor splash damage of 1 doing 2 to 4 damage. And then it has 3 armor piercing. It has a melee accuracy of 75%. Each one of these Boyz can give you access to mob rule, and then what happens with these is it can stack multiple times, and then for everybody that gets the mob rule stacks, you get 5% momentum gains up to the maximum amount of stacks here, which can get you, I think, upwards of 20 if I remember correctly, because I think it maxes out at 4, but we'll certainly find out on our skirmish match here. And then they also do have access to the stick bombs, and so they deal 26 to 35 splash damage to a single enemy unit within 3 tiles. I think it splashes out to 9 units. And then the Orks do have some of the best grenades in the game, because they have an armor piercing of 2 compared to most factions having an armor piercing of 1. So this does allow their basic grenades to do way more damage than you would expect. So even after these guys are getting taken out, you know, you whip around some grenades, you can get some rear attacks and melee, so it could make these guys definitely kind of viable. Now, unfortunately, with the way the Orks are now, most of their command point abilities are all focused on ranged attacks, so the melee builds really don't feel great at this point in time, but I did do more of a melee build, so I'm going to bring out some war bosses here so we can get the war bosses watching to increase the melee accuracy by 10 and their melee damage by 15%, and then also bring a weird boy here because I can increase their damage by an additional 15% and then give them a damage reduction of 10% using those buffs. I have the knobs coming out with us here to help get some extra damage. Although maybe what I will do instead is I will bring out some mega knobs just because I so rarely use them. And that might be worthwhile for us here. And then I can bring out a basic knob here with their standard kit. Because, yeah, I think the big Choppa costs 15, and that is in fact what I'm seeing. And then I think the cost for these, yeah, to get you the Combi Scorcha brings it up to 25 points, and then Combi is, the Combi Rocket is 35, and the Scorcha is 15. Dang it, I can't talk today. 25 is what I'm trying to say. And then the other thing with melee builds is you would want to bring the Pain Boy out because he has the potential to heal. And then he also gives you a 15% HP bonus to everybody within 2 tiles. So, you know, and all of a sudden you can see how you can really kind of buff these guys up and make them a little more viable getting all those stacks going here. So let's set up a skirmish match here and see what we can do. Again, this would not be the type of build I'd recommend if you're actually playing a multiplayer. Because it would be weaker because they really want you to do a lot of range builds here. But it will be kind of interesting just to play around a little bit here on a skirmish match and kind of get a feel for these Ork boys here and see what they can do for us here. And I don't want to do Necrons, don't really want to do Adeptus Sororitas. Demons of Khorne might be interesting, but I think I would end up losing the melee battle against them. Tau, they're going to just shoot us apart. Ah, whatever. Maybe Tyranids it is then. That'll give us lots of models to chop through. May take a little bit of time since I don't have any flamers with us, which is typically what you want to do, is bring a couple of flamers with you to help take out the low tier units that could be getting into your way. And then if you are unfamiliar, you typically would want to have your Death Dreads together as well, because they give you the ability to buff each other's movements here, so that can definitely be quite beneficial. And then we'll just make our weird boy our HQ command. Thing that can be a little bit annoying with them is you gotta kind of continually move them around here to make sure they stay in cohesion. Otherwise you can end up sacrificing their movement, and then if you're not really careful while you're doing that, it can actually cause you to lose your attack when it's actually, you can get them into where you want them to be. So that definitely feels really bad when that happens, so just be quite cautious with that. I guess nobody can really make it up here, so we'll just do something like this. Bring these guys in. And then the verdict is mob rules. No, it goes even more. So 6, is that where it seems to be capping out here? Ah, so the boss's watching is now stacking appropriately, because before that didn't seem to stack right. So now it does. That's good. Now I can see how some of this melee can actually start to work, because for a while there that wouldn't stack. But now it does, so now everybody within 3 tiles will get that 10 accuracy, 15 melee damage, so now it's going up to 20, 30. So good changes there. That definitely feels much better. Heroes don't get access to the mob rule, nor do the Death Dreads here. But your flash gets and everybody do, so that can really help them get to surge. Same with your Burner Boys, because if they use up their, they can get additional momentum gains and things too, so it can make them a very, very powerful. Yeah, see, I just broke their cohesion here. See how I did that? So that was foolish of me. You usually don't want to move more than 2, because you can definitely mess yourself up here. Alright, let's just get you guys up to here. Bring you up to the center here. Get you over to there. Oh, I guess you guys had fallen back farther than I thought you did. Yeah, I should have moved the knobs up, it looks like. Oh well. Can't even tell who we're shooting. There we go. What's that over there? Uh-oh, those guys will be a problem. Something over there. Because those are professional Death Dread killers. One downside to the Orks is they have no way of healing poison either. That's another downside to them as well. Now, nobody actually got through. The bonus HP. So I don't think there's actually anything I need to heal here. Let's throw this out. And that's, like I said, one of the best grenades in the game, because they're one of the few factions that can actually wipe out a gargoyle with a single grenade there. Let's see, and you still have all 6 of your stacks going, so let's do this. Now, unfortunately, a little bit of a bad damage roll there. Let's see, 2, 3, 4.
I think I could stitch that back. We was made to fight, so let's fight.
How do I want to do this? Let's move you to there. We'll have you leapfrog over to here. Shoot here. Okay, I was going to say, I know you should be able to get the kill. We'll set you up to here. Try to open this stuff up more. Alright, and let's get you over to here. You have moved, so we'll pull you back. I can get you all the way up to here, but then you're not going to be able to throw your grenade. So let's just get you to here. Throw your grenade there. Which means you can come over to here. You can throw... Oh, you are not to. I thought you were. Let's pull you back. Pull you up to here. You can now throw your grenade. Kill those guys.
Ready to boss the boys. Orks always win, even when we don't.
And we'll move you up to here, and you can start killing these guys. And kill these guys. And your little squig can get in here and get some action. I'd really like to take out those hive guards, but I don't think I'm going to be able to.
I think I could stitch that back.
Alright, let's move you up.
Yeah? What? What needs killing?
Alright, bring you to here. I don't think you'll get the kill, but we'll try. Alright, nice, you did. Ah, these guys have mob rules too. That's cool.
It's our time.
In fact, that probably means I should have had you guys up here to try to help get those stacks up here. Okay, so it looks like it maxes out at 6. So that answers that question. Alright, let's bring you up here to attack the venom thropes. I think they'll still have... Nope, now they don't have a zone of control anymore, which is good.
We was made to fight, so let's fight.
I'll bring you over to here. You can shoot into these guys. And... well, let's just shoot here, I guess. Do something like that.
Boy's got a cunning plan. I knows you's looking at me.
I can blind somebody.
To boss the boys.
Alright, so this is what we're going to have to do then. I guess we will blind these guys, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get the kill. You can move up to here. You do 162 to 217 damage with all the buffs here, so that makes them almost as powerful as a bloodthirster here. So this is really the power of getting all these guys to stack up here. And now those guys are down. And I can move you up to here, because I want to try to lock these guys down into melee.
I think I could stitch that back.
Alright, so if I do this, it'll slightly increase the amount of melee damage my guys receive.
Orks is best.
Alright, knobs just come up to here.
Orks always win, even when we don't. It's our
Well,
time.
I think giving you the 25% damage is going to make it worthwhile. So there you go. Now you've taken those guys out. Unfortunately, it looks like the movement here, for whatever reason, seems to be stopping these guys from having a zone of control, which I don't necessarily like. And we'll bring you over to here to try to block. Alright, we'll double our pain boy buffs here.
No mucking about. Okay, boss.
Alright, do something like that. Poison damage is coming in. Oh, my poor pain boy. I had him facing the wrong direction there. Alright, so it looks like they totally missed their attack, so that's nice. Pyrovore is wigging out.
Something useful for parts.
Alright, well, I guess that means you're going to be attacking here. Taking those guys out. And we'll move you up to here to try to heal here, which you succeeded in, and you can attack. Oh, you failed. Let's see here. You've got both.
Ready to boss the boys.
Let's see here. How do I want to do this?
Orks is best.
Alright, so naturally that is blocking me right now, and I can't pull you back. One, two, three, four. Well, you could attack the pyrovores if we can get the kill here. Which is an option.
It's our time.
I think all my grenades are on cooldown though, right? Oh, no, you are not.
Let's go.
Alright, let's bring you up to here. Grenade those guys down. I get you up to 45.
Move in and leave.
I can bring you over to here.
Moving closer to the scrap.
Knobs are over here.
He's best.
So it's only a 45% chance. And unfortunately, they've got quite a bit of, they're going to do double poison damage to me.
Orks is best. Ready to
Alright, you are not up to 6 yet.
It's our time.
That's 5. If I do this, now you're up to 6. So let's do this. Attack there.
They know who we are.
Good damage. Have you kill these guys?
I think I could stitch that back. Orks is best.
Alright, how do I want to do this is the next question. Oh, you're engaged in melee, that's why your
We was made to fight.
range chance is so low. So let's just move you to here. Smoke those guys. Smoke these guys. Alright, well, if you don't have any momentum yet, I kind of hate to feed it to you.
The old ways is best.
And you should be able to have a 100% chance to hit those guys, so we'll do something like that. I guess we'll bring you to here to shoot these guys down.
Ready to bust the boys. Yeah? What?
And you can shoot into here and not get the kill.
Don't bother us.
You can, though.
Orks is best.
Yeah, see, this gives you shots, which is the issue here compared to the melee. And if we're going to lose guys, let's see if maybe you can kill a model. There you go. I mean, yes, we lost a model. We'll probably end up losing those guys the following turn now. And unfortunately, that'll likely lower our momentum gains, but we'll just kind of keep everything going.
Orks always win, even when we
Alright, so you're still here. But your chance to hit is way up, so let's just attack into these warriors.
Turf trench.
Do something like this.
Boys. Ready to bust the boys.
Oh shit, I just put those guys next to the pyrovore, so now there's probably a good chance the pyrovore is going to be flaming us here.
Yeah? What? What now? It's our time.
Alright, do something like that.
Orks is best. Okay, boss.
Alright, 25 damage, yeah, so killed those guys. Kind of thought that might be what's going to happen. Oh damn, they're going to kill my war boss there. I was not expecting that. Jerk move for sure, because now my damage potential has dropped quite a bit. Dropped by 30 points. Alright, warpath is still alright, 62% chance to get the kill. Let's see if you can do it. You can. There you go.
When's we shooting? Yeah? What?
Alright, so you got a 75% chance to hit. So let's see if you can get some smacks going.
I think I could stitch that back.
There you go. Move you over to here, and you can attack here. Okay, good. That gets you up to 59.
Let's go, lads.
How do I want to do this? Because I want to feed these guys some experience, because I want to try to get them to surge. I'm kind of all in the mid-50s range here.
Ready to bust the boys.
Alright, let's do this. Got you up to 19. That was with 6. All the way up.
It's our time. Ready to sow bones. Yeah? What? If you say so.
Yeah, it's a little problematic, actually.
Ready to boss the boys.
Alright, move you up. Still got you here. Got you. Maybe I'll just turn you like this in case more guys try to flank you. You can come over here. Run you guys over here to just try to tank some hits.
I think I can stitch that back.
Oh, damn it. That is not who I wanted to move.
Quite a lot of it, actually.
I wanted to move you.
Ready to go.
Enemy is out of range, really. How do I want to do this? Well, I guess we're just going to move you over to here. So those Choppas, as you can see, can do fairly decent against low armored units.
Ready to sow bones.
I guess we just run you back then.
I think I can stitch that back. Death Drench.
My poor Death Dread is slowly getting himself whittled down.
We was made to fight, so let's fight.
Alright, here. Let's do something like this then, if you're truly out of range.
Yes.
So we can start trying to weaken some of these guys down.
Let's get moving.
Okay.
Don't bother us.
Bring some knobs down. Get you over here.
The old ways is best. Give them a grumpin'. Right through the arm.
Good. Hopefully they'll just keep focusing these guys down. Did not want that to happen. Because what they're probably going to do is kill the Death Dread. Yep. And blow him up. It just killed everybody that's around me. Did you really just fail to get that kill?
Orks is best. Let's go, lads.
Alright, let's run you down to here.
Moving and leading.
Means we're going to run you over to here.
Ready to sow bones. This may sting you.
Alright, this guy's trying to run from us, so I guess that means we're going to have to try to run him down. Okay, good.
What needs killing? Yeah? What? Boy, that needs
Yeah, that probably wasn't wise. Let's get you over to here. You can throw the grenade here. Okay.
It's our time.
Let's turn you like that.
So famous. Moving closer to the scratch. Death drench.
See, I'm a little bit worried here that I'm not going to have enough because I have, what, 74 there.
Yeah? What?
19.
Orks is
Yeah, see, these guys seem to be losing momentum, which I don't quite understand.
ready to boss the boys.
Because really, they should be gaining momentum.
I think I could stitch that back. It's our time.
Well, let's face you the wrong way then. Same with you guys. Alright, that gets you to 60.
Ready to boss the boys.
These guys are up to 70.
Yeah? What?
Do that to try to buff them.
What now?
And then we'll try to blind these guys. Turn you like that.
Orks is best.
Alright, who still hasn't moved? You haven't, but we're going to have you face the wrong direction.
I think I could stitch that back.
Mr. Painboy's still over here. So let's run you down here. Heal those guys. Do something like that.
Here they come.
Oh, Jesus H. You weren't supposed to charge me like that.
Right through the armor. For ya.
Did not expect that to happen. Alright, well, since you got 70... I guess we're just going to run you over to here.
Let's go, lads.
You're up to 60.
Orks is best.
Alright, let's try to run everybody over together again. To try to buff ourselves.
The boys, if you say so.
Alright, so that'll get you up to 2 per model killed. Alright, so that was plus 17.
Yeah?
That gets you up to 19. So let's run you to here. You're up to 65.
Move in and leader. Orks is best.
Alright, I don't think any of my main guys are close to dying, so I guess that means we're going to just move you over to here. And hit your own guys. Cool. Alright, you're up to the 60s.
Yeah? What?
Alright, heal him.
It's our time.
Mr. Knobs can run down that way.
Sidewalk legs.
Get you over to here. Heal these guys. You can stay facing the wrong direction. Let's see, if I bring you over here, that would be 14, so that'd be... you'd just be short, potentially, if I attacked over there. You, as long as we have enough momentum over here, should be able to get the kills. So let's just do something like this, then.
What? Ready to boss the boys. Coming this way will get them killed. We're under fire. Orks always win.
Good.
Even when we don't.
So now you got 3.
Orks is best.
So we're going to bring all these guys back over. That'll get you up to 25% momentum gains. If I bring you up to here, now you're up to 6 again. Alright, good. So then if we empower this, pretty much our grenades, the damage goes up to 37 to 50, armor piercing goes all the way up to 4, and you have a 1-turn cooldown. It does not increase the amount of ammunition. So now that we have that figured out, we can rapidly bring this to a close. Nice and simple. But yeah, definitely it takes a little bit of time to trigger the momentum gains here to get the maximum abilities here. So what do I think about the Boyz with the Choppas? I mean, if you want to do a melee build, you certainly can. Like I said, it's really going to depend on you using your war bosses to increase that melee accuracy and damage. I'm glad that that finally stacks now. In the past it wasn't getting applied correctly, and then it wasn't stacking, and now it is. So when you start stacking those mob rules up to 6, giving you 30% momentum gains, you can definitely do some good things here with them, especially if you added 1 or 2 flamers, and you can really take down a lot of those low tier armies, and then you can just run in there with your boys to try to lock guys down into melee. Now, the Tyranids have a lot of melee guys, so that makes them a little more resilient to a mass melee build, but other factions like the Tau or the Adeptus Sororitas, they may struggle a little bit more. Now, granted, the Adeptus Sororitas have tons of flamers that can just wreck your shit, which would make this a hard build to go there. So typically a ranged build would work better against a heavy flame build. I don't think I'd want to get into a slugfest with the Demons of Khorne because they're going to have momentum gains through their Bloodthirsters, but it was nice to see that the Death Dreads can get such crazy buffs going when you start stacking things up, because you know you have the double Death Dreads, which give yourself more shots and more melee damage. You have 30% melee damage coming from your double war bosses, and then you also have 15% damage coming in from the Warpath ability. You can really see how you can just make things totally pop off and actually do pretty decent damage, even when there's just a tiny bit of splash going on. So definitely could be a viable build. I again think the melee build is a bit weak right now, especially with how the tier 1 command ability buffs your more shots so significantly, it typically makes them just a much more effective use, because as you could see, as I was moving guys around, it was hard to get all those mob rules stacks to be on there, because my guys started to spread throughout the battlefield as I was starting to clean things up. Whereas with the ranged units, you know, because they have range, they can stay somewhat grouped together and still attack a wider range of units. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.